It's been going on like crazy, you know. Top G just got released.
Shout out to Andrew Tate.
You know who Top G is?
Yeah,
Top G, man. It's been really tough, man.
a whole lot
I've really
of
been going through a lot.
I'm not big up on nobody with sexual trafficking.
Nah, bro, that's not. It's
Alleged.
allegations.
Nah.
It's alleged.
It's always allegedly. Don't forget, everybody's.
Remember, is you can't. You're guilty. You're not guilty until
Everybody's gonna
like.
say they innocent.
You're not guilty until you're not guilty until he's proven. You know that, right?
He's not guilty. That's it.
Aren't you guys tired of defending these men? Like, y'all.
What do you mean
y'all
about
defended
what's your
Tory Lanez, and look
definition
at
of
where y'all
these
end up at.
men? What's your definition of these
All
men?
right, go ahead. One person. Okay, so one person. So that way, you know, because we got different angles and stuff.
All right, I want to ask one question real quick. My first question is, what's your definition of these men? And my second question is, have you ever watched like a full podcast of Andrew Tate before?
When I mean by men, I'm talking about like, I just feel like you guys are using your real life experiences with women, like, oh, women lie all the time. That's the reason why you guys don't believe the woman. But you said Andrew Tate. I'm not a fan of him. I don't know him like that. I just heard of the rumors and I watched.
So
the articles.
you never watched a full podcast or episode?
What does the
of him
podcast
before?
have to do with what he did?
No, I'm just asking. Have you ever seen a?
I didn't even know he had a
episode?
podcast.
So, but you've heard things before the accusation about sex trafficking about Andrew Tate before, about him being
I
a
heard him being a
misogynist,
boxer.
and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
And so you already had your own like personal like feelings towards him.
No, not because of social media.
So now you just think he's a trafficker, or because it was
No,
posted
because
on?
you guys are looking at the headlights. I'm actually reading the articles and like listening to the facts and listening to
So
what the
the
woman is
articles
saying.
you're reading.
So what
they're
are the
very
articles
much
saying? So
biased.
what are the articles saying right now?
It's not about Andrew Tate.
Yo, they try right now.
Is it really about
No, she reading Vice. She
No, I
reading
already said what I
Vice.
said. But you want me to go deep? I'm not doing that.
All right, copy. See no more.
No, listen though, right? The thing with Andrew Tate situation, you had like he said, you have to listen to him. You have to like watch his podcast so you could understand where he coming from. You feel me?
Wait, he actually explained.
Whether it's your brother, that's what we saying. You guys don't even know this guy. You see a little headline somewhere. Oh my God, he's not even on it like that.
Yeah, I feel like it's because of like all the social media reels. People are like used to like 5-second videos, and like people who see like 5-second misogynist like clips of him in a 1 hour video and just focus on that. But if you go to the whole video, you really see some crazy things. Like you see like he's really making some real life points. He's making real life points.
He's talking like
I'm not gonna lie, if you ever really want to see like the other side, I feel like you should really I feel like with all these facts that you have, I feel like you should have really gone to actually watch what he says and really figure it out for yourself.
I mean, me personally, I don't agree with him 100%. There's the good side to him, and then he does say some bullshit. I mean, he be wilding. He be like, yo, I got right. I shaved my head bald so like they could appreciate me for me. And then he goes on to talk about, girls be fat and they don't care about themselves and shit like that. Which I don't agree, because you feel me, like there's both sides to the spectrum. But like he was saying, I'm all of that stuff where like they accused him to be like a sex trafficker and stuff like that. I mean, he was talking about it before. He was like, people are gonna like try and target him because of the way that he talks, because he he reaches a lot of people.
That's your personality though. If you're
that's a fact.
Like, if you're gonna go on social media and say certain things, make sure you back it up, because now you did all those things and it's out there and it's evidence. That's the thing about social media. Don't portray yourself in a way that you don't want people to know you. That makes sense. Like, girls could go outside. They could. I don't know how to explain it, but like, people will portray themselves as a way that they're not even. If that makes sense.
Nah, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because you could have 10-second videos of yourself, and it could look like you're living the best life, and in reality. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I want to go ahead and add on, but change the topic a little bit. You feel me? I feel like Andrew Tate, he got some comments that's just like I agree with and disagree with. But as far as Kevin Samuels, R.I.P. to him, he was speaking some real facts, and a lot of women did not like that or whatever, because the way he was talking to them and this and that third, like about the ex. Yeah, you feel me? But here's the thing or whatever. Not a lot of people know the same. He be giving women, he be giving men worse. Right. For me, giving niggas 50, talking about like, yo, you over here 5'10", 250 pounds, and you want a woman like this? Yeah, that's not gonna happen or whatever. For me,
that's what I'm saying. If even with you, right? Once you go and watch his podcast, like the full thing, and really comprehend what he's trying to say, you will understand that he's speaking from your brother perspective. He's speaking from your uncle. You feel me? Like that's why most men understand what he's saying. He not know he messaging it. I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? Misogynistic.
Like he's speaking in a tone where it's just like
this guy's,
I'm gonna put it like this. He's speaking in a tone where it's just like it's not
He's
like
just being real, and then now
it's not like catered to which I want to hear, whatever. It's which I need to hear, but y'all don't want to hear like his delivery or whatever.
and that's the thing with this generation. You feel me? You gotta cover the shit up with some bullshit.
For me,
So it's easier for them to digest it.
yeah.
You can't be. That's the same thing with Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
You can't, even if it's true. Just don't be blunt.
Yeah, don't be blunt because you got to be caring about other people's feelings. and
Sensitive
stuff like that.
generation, man. Sensitive.
Sensitive
very
generation, bro.
I mean, I